The moment you open your cruise cabin door, you probably think your vacation has officially begun. But here's the truth. That cabin may have hosted hundreds of passengers before you. Some of them may have checked out just a few hours ago. The room might look spotless, the bed perfectly made, and everything neatly arranged, but appearances can be deceiving. Experienced cruisers know that a cabin isn't truly ready until you've inspected it yourself. Before you unpack a single item, there are a few important things you should do. These simple checks can help you avoid problems, save money, and make your cabin feel cleaner, safer, and more comfortable for the entire cruise. The first thing you should do is grab your cruise card. On many ships, your key card may be waiting outside the cabin in a sealed envelope. Next, take a few photos or record a quick video of the entire cabin. It only takes a few seconds and can be incredibly useful later. Capture the furniture, carpet, bathroom, balcony, and walls. If any damage is discovered at the end of the cruise, you'll have proof of the room's condition when you arrived. Now it's time for a closer inspection. Pull back the bed sheets and check the mattress seams and corners. While problems are rare, it's always better to spot any issues immediately rather than after you've unpacked everything. Then remove the decorative pillows and bed runner. They may look attractive, but unlike the sheets, these items aren't cleaned as frequently. Many seasoned cruisers simply place them in the closet or on a shelf until the end of the voyage. Finally, take out a disinfecting wipe and clean the high-touch surfaces around the room. Focus on the TV remote, light switches, cabin phone, door handles, and any buttons you'll be using regularly. Your cabin steward works incredibly hard, but with dozens of cabins to prepare, a quick extra wipe down can give you added peace of mind. Finally, take out a disinfecting wipe and clean the high-touch surfaces around the room. Focus on the TV remote, light switches, cabin phone, door handles, and any buttons you'll be using regularly. Your cabin steward works incredibly hard, but with dozens of cabins to prepare, a quick extra wipe down can give you added peace of mind. Once you've finished your initial inspection, there's a small window of opportunity that most cruise passengers completely miss. During the first hour after boarding, your cabin steward is usually nearby, handling final preparations and helping guests settle in. This is the best time to make requests that can dramatically improve your cabin experience for the rest of the cruise. Start by introducing yourself. It sounds simple, but building a friendly relationship with your cabin steward from day one can make a huge difference. Learn their name, greet them politely, and let them know if you have any special requests. A positive first impression often leads to better communication throughout the entire voyage. Next, think about comfort. Cruise ship mattresses aren't always known for being luxurious. Some passengers find them surprisingly firm, especially on longer cruises. If you prefer a softer bed, ask your steward right away if mattress toppers are available. Many ships have a limited supply, and they tend to disappear quickly on embarkation day. If your cabin configuration isn't what you requested, now is also the time to fix it. Perhaps you asked for a king-size bed but found two separate twin beds instead. Or maybe an unused bunk bed is taking up valuable space. These adjustments are usually quick and easy, but only if you request them early before the crew becomes overwhelmed with other tasks. Then come the hidden extras. Many cruise lines offer complimentary items that aren't automatically placed in every cabin. Bathrobes, extra pillows, additional hangers, daily ice delivery, and even certain comfort items may be available simply by asking. Most passengers never realize these options exist. Another smart move is checking the mini fridge. Many cabins come stocked with drinks and snacks that carry premium prices. If you need space for medication, bottled water, or personal items, ask your steward to empty the fridge before you accidentally trigger any charges. And if you use medical equipment like a CPAP machine, verify everything immediately. Make sure requested supplies have arrived and that you have the necessary outlets and extension cords for comfortable use during the trip. A few simple conversations during your first hour on board can completely change your cabin experience for the better. Now that your cabin is clean, organized, and comfortable, it's time to focus on something many passengers overlook until it's too late: security and technology. Start with the cabin safe. Before placing anything valuable inside, test it, lock it, unlock it, make sure it functions properly. It may sound unnecessary, but many travelers have discovered malfunctioning safes only after locking away passports, cash, or important documents. A quick test now can prevent hours of frustration later. Once you've confirmed everything works, store your most important items immediately. Passports, emergency cash, jewelry, house keys, and car keys should all go inside. Surprisingly, car keys are among the most commonly lost items during cruise vacations because passengers forget where they placed them after boarding. Next, locate every power outlet in the room. Once you've confirmed everything works, store your most important items immediately. Passports, emergency cash, jewelry, house keys, and car keys should all go inside. Surprisingly, car keys are among the most commonly lost items during cruise vacations because passengers forget where they placed them after boarding. Next, locate every power outlet in the room. Cruise cabins often hide outlets behind mirrors, lamps, desks, or television units. Finding them early makes it much easier to plan your charging setup and avoid scrambling for outlets later. While you're at it, test them. A non-working outlet is far easier to report before you've fully unpacked. Now turn your attention to connectivity. Most cruise ships provide information about Wi-Fi access through the television or the cruise app. Connect as soon as possible. Early in the voyage, internet speeds are often better because fewer passengers are online. If your cabin has poor reception, you'll want to know immediately so you can contact guest services while solutions are still easy to arrange. Take a moment to explore the television as well. Many ships offer bridge cameras, navigation channels, daily schedules, weather updates, and onboard information. These features can be surprisingly useful, especially if you're staying in an interior cabin without windows. Finally, review every reservation connected to your cruise. Check your dining times. Verify your shore excursions. Confirm your Wi-Fi package. Review any loyalty benefits, onboard credits, beverage packages, or special promotions. Mistakes happen more often than you might think, and they are much easier to fix on embarkation day than after the cruise is already underway. Think of this as your cruise command center. Getting organized now means fewer surprises later. Review any loyalty benefits, onboard credits, beverage packages, or special promotions. Mistakes happen more often than you might think, and they are much easier to fix on embarkation day than after the cruise is already underway. Think of this as your cruise command center. Getting organized now means fewer surprises later. Many cabins contain drawers beneath sofas, shelves hidden behind mirrors, compartments inside ottomans, and storage areas under the bed. Most passengers don't discover these spaces until halfway through the cruise. The sooner you find them, the easier unpacking becomes. One of the smartest tools seasoned cruisers bring is a set of magnetic hooks. Because most cabin walls are made of metal, these inexpensive hooks instantly create additional storage space. You can hang hats, bags, lanyards, swimsuits, jackets, and even daily schedules, keeping valuable counter space clear. Small cabins feel dramatically larger when clutter disappears from horizontal surfaces. Bathroom organization matters too. Hanging toiletry bags and over-the-door organizers help keep sinks clean and make daily routines much easier. Some cruisers even decorate their cabin doors using magnets, making their room easier to find after a long day exploring the ship. Another surprisingly useful trick is keeping a small notepad on the desk. Whether you're leaving instructions for your cabin steward or jotting down plans for the next port, having a dedicated place for notes can be incredibly convenient. Now let's talk about luggage. One of the biggest mistakes passengers make is leaving suitcases in the corner of the room all week. Instead, slide them under the bed. Most cruise beds are designed with plenty of storage space underneath. In fact, many experienced travelers leave one suitcase partially open beneath the bed and use it as a hidden storage drawer for dirty laundry, extra shoes, and bulky items. By keeping the floor clear, the cabin instantly feels larger, cleaner, and far more comfortable. Small changes create a surprisingly big difference in such a compact space. Before we finish, let's talk about the cruise cabin mistakes that catch passengers by surprise every single sailing. First, never open both your balcony door and your cabin door at the same time. This may seem harmless, but it can create an intense pressure difference inside the cabin. Papers can fly across the room, doors can slam shut unexpectedly, and personal items can be blown around by powerful airflow. Modern cruise ships are carefully engineered environments, and small actions can have unexpected consequences. Another mistake is using tape, adhesive hooks, or stickers on cabin walls and doors. Many cruise lines specifically prohibit these items because they can damage paint and surfaces. If you want to decorate your cabin or display schedules, magnets are always the safer option. Next, be extremely careful about what goes down the toilet. Cruise ships use specialized vacuum systems that differ greatly from household plumbing. Even products labeled flushable can cause serious problems on board. Toilet paper only. Anything else risks creating plumbing issues that affect multiple cabins. And here's a mistake that costs passengers money every single cruise, assuming everything in the cabin is free. That bottle of water sitting on the desk, those snacks in the minibar, they may look complimentary, but many come with charges attached. Always check before consuming anything that wasn't specifically included in your cruise package. A late-night snack can quickly become an unexpected charge on your final bill. By following these simple steps, you'll start your cruise with a cleaner cabin, better organization, fewer surprises, and a much more enjoyable vacation. The truth is that most passengers spend more time researching destinations than preparing their cabin. But your stateroom is your home for the entire voyage. A few minutes of preparation on day one can make the difference between a good cruise and a great one. Now I'd love to know, what's the first thing you check when you enter your cruise cabin? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more cruise secrets, travel hacks, and money-saving advice for your next adventure at sea.